Dharma, then it is the biggest miss. It is our responsibility and the duty of every Hindu born to Hindu parents. It is our duty, and we have committed to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And now we are in the age of the avatar. So it is our responsibility, every Hindu's responsibility, every Hindu who is born to Hindu parents, who is born to Hindu parents, it is our responsibility to revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Come and join Kailasa. We invite every one of you who are watching us to come and join and offer your time, talent, and treasure. Be an e-Kailashian and become a part of this great grand revival. And that is the easiest way for us to express and to show the responsibility of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma is to be a part of Kailasa, the greatest and the only Hindu civilization nation. So with that, it's time for us to move on. And if you have any questions and if you would like to share anything about Kailasa, you can go ahead and put it in the comments on YouTube. And we will be now moving on to the next part of this program, where we are going to share with you about how do we connect with Devi Parashakti. What are the different ways that we can connect with Devi Parashakti through the different offerings that we have. We'll be sharing that with you now.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
What are the various offerings that we have for Devi Parashakti? How can we connect with her as she lands to manifest through the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism?
Contribution. Hinduism, Veda Agamas have
So what are the different ways? The first offering that we have is the e-hundi offering. Now, the e-hundi offering is a way that we connect with Devi Parashakti and offer our gratitude for Devi Parashakti manifesting in our life. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Vayapaha, Shambhavi, Sharada, Radhya, Sharmani, Sharmadayini. So, Devi Parashakti is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion. She removes all the fears. Whatever fear that we may have, the fear, anxiety, whatever we may have, Devi Parashakti is sure to remove that fear. And it is stated that Devi can be worshipped, especially at this time when we are going through so much of fear and anxiety due to the pandemic and job loss and so many things that are happening. Just connect to Devi Parashakti every day. Literally, Devi Parashakti lands to bless us all, to shower us with the boons, to protect us from whatever the deadly pandemic. She says, none of my devotees, just hold on to my faith. None of my devotees will be affected with corona. So just pray to Devi Parashakti, connect with her, and offer your gratitude in the form of e-hundi offering. You can offer any amount in the e-hundi. It is like we go to a temple and we put some money in the temple hundi. So here we are doing it online. So you can offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti by visiting tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. I request the NTV operator to please project the link. for the offerings. The next offering that we have is that of the Sankalpa, where you pray to Devi Parashakti to receive our blessings and grace in our life. Taitan mohyate vishwam shaiva vishwam prasuyate chaya chitta cha vijanam tushta arudhyam prayachati. The goddess enchants the universe, and she has prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So the 12th chapter, the 34th verse of Devi Mahatmya says, offering the sankalpa, the conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti, blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and wishes that he is earning for. So pray to Devi Parashakti, offer the conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti to receive her blessings and grace. The next offering that we have is that of the Sahasra Nama Swarna Kasu, where you offer a gold coin to Devi Parashakti and you manifest the various dimensions of Devi Parashakti. So the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu is like offering of a gold coin to Devi Parashakti and to manifest her Ananta Kalyana Gunas, her imperishable qualities of Devi Parashakti, you manifest that in your life. The next offering is that of the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. It comes in three sizes, small, medium, and large, $251, $501, and $750. So the Mukta Anguti, the reference from the Meenakshi Pancharatnam, Muktahara Lasat Kirita Ruchiram Purnendu Vakta Prabham Sinchanupura Kinkini Manidharam Padma Prabhavasuram Sarva Vishta Palapradam Girisudam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshim Pranadosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram Nidhim. I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has a garland of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Vadi and Rama. I remain bowing to goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. So offer the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl, to Devi Parashakti. So offering of a Mukta Anguti and receive the blessings to be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. So the offering of the Mukta Anguti is $251. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus. Now, in the Kamika Agama verse, it says, Ashta Vidyesha Rupeta Kumbhavarna Samyutam Sarve Shashrutra Vastadya Hema Pankaja Bhushitaha Sapi Dana Chachu Saku Chascha Pakapilva Parapradaha Snapana Dhyaya Samsiddha Pramanena Samanvitaha. So, all the kalashas should be wound around with a suitable thread covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made out of gold. So, the offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa to Devi Parashakti is only $600. Lotus is used in so many places in the Vedic tradition. Lotus is a divine flower. So offering of the golden lotus to Devi Parashakti and be blessed to have the state, space, powers and the very being of Paramashiva in our inner space. amidst any and every adverse situations in life. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Miti, the golden touring. Nakaditi Samchanna Namachana Tamoguna Patmatya Prabhajala Parakruta Saroruha. You whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. So offer the Swarna Miti to Devi Parashakti and to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of your life. Offering of the Swarna Miti is $750 US. The next offering is that of the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. The Swarna Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened. And offer the Swarna Mangtika to receive the overflowing gratitude, to express and to receive blessings of achieving the blissful state, overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. So it's only $750 US, and you'll be able to offer this jewelry to Devi Parashakti. The next offering that we have is that of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which is an offering of gratitude, immense gratitude to Devi Parashakti, and the offering of the Vastra Seva, which is the offering of a cloth. You want to offer a sari to Devi Parashakti, you can offer the Vastra Seva, and offering of the Vastra Seva and Pratyaksha Pada Puja, both of them are $1,008 US, and you manifest all the auspiciousness and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Chigat Loka Sanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So here are the various offerings that you can offer to Devi Parashakti. The E-Kundi offering, which can be any amount, and then you have the Sankalpa chanting, which is $1 per person, so you can offer any amount, and you can offer it for multiple people in your life also. Then the gold coin comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, $75, $151, and $251. Mukta Anguti, the pearl finger ring, also comes in 3 sizes. Swarna Padma Pushpa comes in 3 sizes. Swarna Meti, the golden touring, and the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry, both of them are $750 US. And Pratyaksha Pada Puja and Vastra Seva are $1,008 US. So how do we go ahead and register? The link is being projected on the screen. So you go ahead for the online payment. If you already have and you are able to go ahead and make the payment today, you can. If you need help in manifesting, you want to offer but you do not have the resources to offer it, then you can fill the first form, tiny.cc/Bhavasamadhi, and we will connect with you and help you manifest. If you already are ready for the payment, directly you can go for the second link, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, and after the payment, you will submit the details for the puja, for the names of your family members to be included in the puja. So I'll now take you through a walkthrough of how we can go ahead and make the payment. In the meanwhile, we'll give you a few minutes for you to go ahead and visit the site tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Let's take a moment and visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. And when you go and visit that link, it will open up this page which shows the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations. And here you can choose what is the offering that you would like to do. So this page, I request the operator to project the link on the screen, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. and you can choose any of the options or the offerings that we have. Let us say I want to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So I click on that and I say add to cart. When you add to cart, and then you can always come back and add anything else. Let's say you want to do a Pratyaksha Pada Puja and you want to offer a golden lotus. You want to do both. So go to add to cart and then you come back. Right click and say back. Go to the previous page again, and then you can choose any other offering that you would like to add into the offer. So you can just make like a one-time payment for all instead of doing single payment for each. So we come back, and here you say I want to offer like Sankalpa chanting, and you want to do it for 5 of your family members. Increase the quantity of the offering to 5, and then add to cart. Now, when you come to the card, it will say, okay, now $1,008 for Pada Puja and $5 for the Sankalpa chanting. It will show both. Verify the total amount and then proceed, go down and proceed to checkout. So here it says $1,008 and $5. And here if I want, I want for 6 people in my family, not 5. So you just put here number 6 and then say update to cart. It will now show $6. And then in the bottom, it will show the total amount. $1,008 plus $6 is $1,014. Okay, great. Click on proceed to checkout. Now, when you click on proceed to checkout, you will be directed to a page where you can enter your billing details, credit card details, all the payment related things. If you can enter that, and then go to the bottom of the page and click on purchase or place order. So here we have the billing details, then orders, credit card details, and then click on I have read through the terms and conditions, and on the right side you will say place order. Now once you are able to successfully go through the payment and finish the payment, the next step that you will do is you will come to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Now if you go to this form, it will show you all the details of the person who is making the offering. And then the payment or date and the order number and the like a screenshot of the payment, etc. to be uploaded. So here is the Sankalpa 2021 form. You fill all the disclaimers, payment amount, date, Baba Samadhi Darshan. And then click on next. In the next page, you will enter the exact offering that you're doing, the names of the family members you want chanted during this offering. The next option that we have is that of while you're watching us live on YouTube, you can go ahead and make show your support and make a contribution to Kailasa. So just click on. I will now project the YouTube live chat and share with you how just while you're watching the YouTube, you can go ahead and
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
live stream page. Right next to the live stream, you see a dollar symbol. So when you click on that dollar symbol, you have three options. One, to join the channel, two, super chat, and three, super sticker. So only the members of the channel will be able to post the questions live during Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. So we invite you to become a member of the channel if you are not already, and you can choose the different membership options: bronze, silver, gold, premium, and platinum. And each of them will have their own um, privileges and access to exclusive content or being invited to special classes, etc. So you can check it out online and then click on join. When you click on join, you will see a payment portal that opens up, and you can go ahead and enter your credit card or debit card details and their PayPal details, etc. Next, we have the super chat. The super chat is a very, very, very simple way for you to contribute and show your support to Kailasa. So you can enter as minimum as just $1, or you can enter $11, or you can enter $111. How much ever you want to offer, you can go ahead and enter, and then click on buy and send. Now, when you click on buy and send, it again opens a payment portal where you can enter your card details and go ahead and make the payment, or you can pay via PayPal as well, depending on the country of residence. You may have PayPal as an option or not. Then the last is the super sticker, where you want to make a contribution, you want to make offer your support to Kailasa, but through the super sticker, where you want to also send an animated sticker and you want to send it in the chat. So that's the super sticker option. You can choose any amount. There are different stickers available for different amounts. You can choose a specific sticker and make that offering. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment. And now we will be moving on to the next segment, where we are going to share with you about how the Supreme Quantum of Hinduism has opened his doors and reaching out to Indians in India so that they can protect their lives in multi-layer quarantine facility being provided absolutely free of cost at the Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapita. So let's now move on to the next segment, and I'll be inviting the administrators of Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapita in Bangalore to come forward and share how the campus is being prepared for to provide multi-layer quarantine services.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda. The next segment is about Kailasa's multi-layered quarantine opportunity for India during the ongoing pandemic of COVID-19. Joining with me is the Mahajananda Swami, who is also one of the administrators of Adi Kailasa.
Nithyananda.
Now, before we enter into the segment, let us quickly go through the revelations of Devi Parashakti to the world, what she has revealed to the world on 12th of May, about a month ago. She revealed that India is the biggest spiritual land where enlightened beings happen again and again, flower as the enlightened beings, and benefit the entire world. We cannot afford to lose the only Bharadam. We cannot lose the enlightenment womb. In order to save the cosmos from cosmic deluge, I built a ship called the Adi Kailasa. In order to protect the humanity from the cosmic deluge, I gathered together all the spiritual energy of the cosmos and built the ship called Adi Kailasa. Due to the cunning strategy of the treacherous people and the ruling of the enemies, the captain of the ship itself had to leave the ship. Here, it is referring to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, had to leave the ship because of the attack, the persecution from the anti-Hindu elements. Now, let all come and take a good bath, get protected and get healed and get all the benefits. Make use of the ship which I built out of huge grace and compassion, and protect yourselves from the huge cosmic deluding destructive dance. For India, I made the ship as protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. For all of them, give Annadan. To protect India from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if the captain is not there, ship is there. Now, what we saw was the revelations from Adi Parashakti, where she has beautifully revealed to the world how one can protect themselves from the ongoing pandemic. It is because of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's effort, Swamiji's effort to build this AK ship as a cosmic protection for the entire humanity. And Devi Parashakti also revealed that even if the captain of the ship had to leave the ship, it is because of the assassination attempts and the persecution by the anti-Hindu elements. The captain of the ship had to leave the ship. And now today, let us see the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. What are the contributions? What are the unique contributions that Swamiji offered to the whole of the humanity? And why is that the anti-Hindu elements attacked him and persecuted him for more than a decade? What are those contributions that affected them? So let us go to that segment. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji had conducted number of meditation classes in local schools, especially by the international agencies called Kailasa's White Om and the Sovereign Order of Kailasa. In 2004 itself, the secondary school students were blessed to learn the truths of life and learning, and they were underwent powerful meditation under the direct guidance of Swamiji in Karnataka. In 2006, Swamiji conducted several meditation events in different schools. So what you're seeing today is now in the slide is a picture from Trichy in Tamil Nadu, where Swamiji is conducting these meditation events for the school students. And what you're seeing here is the engineering college students in 2008 in Karnataka. In 2006, the first confluence for world peace to honor the memory of those who lost their lives and of those who risked their lives to save others during the terrorist attack at the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. In 2009, Swamiji conducted Peace March to unite. Swamiji initiated this whole event by different heads in South India. And here you can see peace walk by the peacekeepers of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, walking several miles in South India to promote peace and unity amongst different religions. And here you can see, even with a fractured hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, engaged in selfless work day and night, day and night. He inspired the peacekeepers of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa to engage in such selfless service, leading the nation of Kailasa by example. In 2011, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had a multiple compound fracture with the bone protruding out of the skin. Despite that, in 2013, 2 steel implants that were fastened in 2011 were removed as the bones had healed completely. This picture is after the surgery. Despite that, you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is day and night selflessly working, selflessly serving people with the same blissful smile as we would see him in any satsang. And you can see how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inspired and guided the entire Sovereign Order of Kailasa to involve themselves, to engage themselves in all the humanitarian efforts. Here, what you see is a monk of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa donating blood. In 2009, the representatives of Kailasa's Red Om handing over their collected donation for the Karnataka, the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. In 2008, a spiritual conference and meditation program led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized by thousands of citizens of Kailasa and all the practicing Hindus in Tamil Nadu. Here, it's a beautiful message from the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he says that he is happy to note the 5th anniversary of the Nithyananda Dhyanapitham of Swamiji, and for creating a peaceful environment in the society by making the citizens spiritually aware is an important societal mission, which he understands is being performed by Swamiji's mission in 33 countries across the world. And he further says that he's also happy to know that the part of this anniversary celebrations, Jnanadhan, Aushadadhan, Dhyan Dhan, and Anadan programs are launched. The former President of India, late APJ Abdul Kalam, also shared that Swamiji, it is such a beautiful joy to experience your blissful smile. When we were children, we lived blissfully, smiled a lot, and we were really happy and fulfilled. But as we grow, we lose your smile. Yet when I see you carry and radiate such a divine bliss. Yes, and you can see the same bliss Swamiji carried throughout his entire public life. Whether he was worshipped, praised by millions of his devotees, or persecuted by the anti-Hindu elements, in all moments, he was only carrying that blissful smile. This is in 2007, the Californian Legislature Assembly recognized the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the enlightened master, modern mystic, and greatest saint of modern India, who has taught the science of attaining endless happiness. In 2007, the Senate of the state of California, recognizing the Swamiji for his spirit, dedication, and efforts to raise the awareness of the Vedic tradition and to usher positively on global peace and universal brotherhood. In 2009, Californian Legislature Assembly recognized the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism of his leadership and outstanding commitment to communities around the world, service, and selfless devotion to students of International Vedic Hindu University. In 2009, you can see the keys to the city, Artesia, was awarded to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In 2009, he was recognized by the Honorable Jim Carigianis, who's the Member of Parliament, for his contributions as a global peace ambassador. In 2009, the Oklahoma City has acknowledged the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for his unselfish service to the people of Oklahoma City while serving for their spiritual well-being. In 2016, the postage stamp on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was released by the Indian Postal Department on the occasion of Kumbh Mela. In 2015, the Senate of the State of California has recognized and congratulated His Divine Holiness for highlighting and educating the community on Kumbh Mela. And in 2015, the Nithyananda Hindu University was authorized by the Akhila Bharatiya Akhada Parishad as the only organization that can conduct this festival outside India. In 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was awarded the Guinness World Records for the largest rope yoga class. And in the same year, in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was awarded for Guinness World Record for the largest pole yoga, the Shivastamba Yoga class. And in the same year, one more Guinness record on the largest human Om symbol was performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nithyananda University at Bangalore. In 2017, it is declared as the Paramahamsa Nithyananda Day by the city of Montclair in recognition of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's contribution to the superconscious evolution of humanity. In 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was named amongst the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities by a renowned esoteric magazine, which is Body, Mind and Spirit. In 2018, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was conferred with the honorary doctorate in humanities by the Commonwealth University. In 2018, the United Nations Global Development Organization respectfully presented to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the superconscious evolution of the humanity. In 2019, the Azteca University in Mexico had recognized the tremendous scientific contribution made by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the field of superconsciousness and has awarded him an honorary doctorate in the sciences for this. So before we go to the next segment, if you are feeling you need to be protected with this ongoing pandemic, and if you want to feel secured, Swamiji has opened the de facto embassies, the spiritual de facto embassies in India, for you to enjoy the free food, accommodation, stay, internet services, and spiritually evolve yourself during this ongoing pandemic. So you have this opportunity, and if you're interested, you can register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So while you're getting registered, let's have a short break and we'll be right back.
Listen intensely. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala.
Nithyanandam, and welcome back. We just saw a very, very brief glimpse, probably not even the tip of the iceberg, of the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over the last over 2 decades, more than 25 years. Contribution in various fields ranging from humanitarian services, religious services, social services, spiritual services, reaching out to one and all, being by being, not just leaving it at the numbers, but actually contributing to every life directly. One could see in those pictures how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, right from taking every meditation class himself, giving the spiritual counseling himself, giving healing himself, this is how he built the whole Kailasa, brick by brick, literally. The whole aim of Kailasa, as we all know, is to revive that enlightened civilization, the Hindu civilization, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in all its dimensions and glory. Needless to say, that singular aim and the one-pointed vision of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the very evident meteoric rise, if one could see the photographs with the dates, we saw how right from the time when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was taking classes for engineering colleges for students to just in a couple of years, he's already on a worldwide tour addressing the people around the globe. And as we saw in the certificates of recognition, practically across the world, he got recognized by all kinds of institutions as well as the governments, cities inviting him with open arms, literally giving the keys to their cities so that he could come and enrich the citizens of that city. Accolades just showering on him. Across the world, everybody recognizing the direct contribution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to bringing about peace and harmony in the world and contributing to every individual's expansion, growth, and thereby resulting in a beautiful, blissful community, society, city, state, and a nation. Now that is exactly what irked the anti-Hindu terrorist militants who did not and have never wanted Sanatana Hindu Dharma to come to be alive, because it is directly against their vested interests of holding people under their power, be it physically through enslavement or psychologically through mental slavery, ideological slavery. So that started a massive persecution on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. What exactly happened? How it was done? What multi-layer conspiracy was made against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? We'll just see in a few minutes. As we saw, for his immense contributions towards eradicating poverty, illiteracy, hunger through free food, gender-based violence, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has recognized not only the known 3 genders, but also given with proof what the ancient native tribes have realized in many places, 11 genders that exist, gender apathy, all these. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's revival of the authentic scriptures-based Hinduism irked the vested interests of the atheistic terrorist militant elements on the one hand, and the neo-Hindutva terrorists and other anti-Hindu forces on the other. They joined together, colluded, even though their ideologies, so-called ideologies, were just poles apart, ganging up together to execute a massive persecution, ethnocide, genocide on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his followers and Kailasa at large in a massive way from 2nd March 2010. And this continued unabated for the next whole decade and comprised of over 70 assassination attempts just on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, not including the assassination attempts made on his followers. Over 250 sexual assaults on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his followers, the community, the Adi Shaivite minority community, monks and disciples. Lawfare of not less than 120 false cases over just a decade. Massive hate propaganda in electronic media of over 14,000 hours and print media of over 25,000 articles in 5 years. Destruction of heritage properties worth over 27 million US dollars, and the continuing ethnocide and genocide of over 80 million Hindus worldwide since the last 7 centuries. Yes, you heard it right, 80 million. If one was shocked and pained at the Jewish Holocaust, which took the lives of 6 million, you actually have more than 15 times of that number of people killed shockingly, horribly, unimaginably, after extensive torture, which one could not even imagine any human being can go through. Specifically, if one looks just at the lawfare done on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, leaving aside all the physical assaults and mental assaults that have been done on him and his followers, just the lawfare involved delegitimizing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by hate propaganda, disenfranchising him of his civil and human rights, prejudicing him from a fair representation and fair trial, repeated illegal imprisonment coupled with brazen torture, custodial assassination attempts, supported by system justification process in various forms, including the common processes that are used, basically of bureaucracy in the system, absolute outright indifference, self-deception, keeping the whole society in a deceptive state, and diffused responsibility, where there is no one single owner, where the buck is passed, and right from the top to the bottom, there is just a blame game, and eventually it comes down to the lowest person, who is anyways not accountable, who doesn't even know the big picture. That resulted in multiple ways in which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was not only attacked, but justice was denied, and people did not even and do not still even cognize what has been done to him and what a gross injustice, inhuman behavior, absolute human rights violations have happened. So it's resulted in continued system complicity with torture, murder, and genocide, a well-planned, multi-layer false hate propaganda by the fourth estate of the democracy, which is the media, sustained by moral disengagement. So it leaves the broader public in a state of absolute willful ignorance, because you bring in the factor of morality and how a certain person is so-called immoral, motivated denial, out-group victim blaming, where the person, the victim, is actually made to look as the culprit and he is blamed, and that results in a justification of the dehumanization, the demonization that follows of the person, and literally results in bystander apathy to even something as gross, unimaginable as ethnocide and genocide. of a whole community. One can see, we'll just take this time to see just an example of the malicious prosecution that has been done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as we watch this video.
Rape accused, fake godman.
Rape accused.
Accused of raping.
The rape accused.
Rape accused self-styled godman Nithyananda.
Just like that, they arrested me in the rape charge in 2010. They came and arrested, and after they arrested me, I asked, "What for you arrested me?" They said, "Rape charge." I said, "Can you say whom I raped?" "No, that now only we are investigating." No one is answerable for the whole mess. Even now, there will not be any investigation. Why was Nithyananda arrested on rape charge when there is nobody saying they have been raped? I asked them, do you have any statement from anybody? After the independence of India, around 3,60,000 rape cases have been filed. Only rape case 376 where there is no victim's name or altered name. Even altered, there is no victim. Usually, if there is a victim who got raped, they will announce in the media and search for, "Hey, we have a victim and we need accused. We are searching for the accused. Where is the accused? Where he is disappeared?" In my case, "Hey, we have accused here. What victim? Please come, please come." Facebook ad was given, TV ad was given, and newspaper ad was given for calling for victim, saying, "You please come, we will give you traveling bus fare and we will keep your name secret. Please come, please come." You cannot get justice.
Rape accused.
Accused of raping.
The rape accused.
Rape accused self-styled godman Nithyananda.
We just saw a very brief but probably very explanatory peek, literally, into what was done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the name of lawfare. Literally, if we see, the banality of evil has been supported by system justification in various forms, including the commonly used processes of bureaucracy, indifference, self-deception, and diffused responsibility, where the system itself creates an atmosphere of absolute indifference being made to the victim, the whole delusion making the victim actually look like a criminal, and the responsibility of the same not being, you cannot pin it down to one person. It is just diffused across the whole system, which therefore results in continued system complicity with something as grossly inhuman as torture, murder, and even genocide. It is also denied and suppressed from conscious awareness, even despite compelling evidence, leaving constitutional checks and balances successfully neutralized. Now, that is what lawfare actually involves. It is not something where, like the pre-World War period, one cannot see through the outright inhuman violations being done. Here, the whole system is made in such a way that even though compelling evidence is there, it leaves even constitutional checks and balances neutralized because it's fueled by a well-planned, multi-layer false hate propaganda by the fourth estate media. So what happens is the information is successfully not reaching to the people. The truth is never made to reach the people. On the other hand, a massive hate campaign is spread. Disinformation is spread using this powerful fourth estate of the democracy called the media. And it's sustained and probably accentuated by moral disengagement. So portray the victim as somebody who's of a bad moral character, because that's what appeals to the conscience of the people at large. So you leave the broader public in a state of willful ignorance because you've already spread the misinformation. They have no idea about what the truth is. There is a motivated denial that is elicited from the public as a response. And there's a victim blaming. So the person who's a victim is actually blamed because of the disinformation that is spread. And there's a dehumanization of the individual, of the victim. And overall, the whole ambience creates literally apathy, bystander apathy to even something gross as genocide. What is the responsibility of the state, one would ask, in such a case? Well, normally, as per international law, as per various articles of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights as is defined in the ICCPR, the prohibition of ill treatment does not merely create a negative duty on the state agents not to engage in such treatment, but the state also has a positive duty to protect the persons under its jurisdiction from the acts of private individuals, needless to say, from the state itself. To just take an example of what it means to be targeted in very many ways, one can see, we'll just understand over here how as a minority leader, as a leader of so-called minority origin, linguistic minority to be more specific, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was singled out, and how the whole linguistic differences were exploited to show the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as somebody who needs to be persecuted. One can see way back in 1956, to be more precise, the different states of India were reorganized. The primary way of the reorganization was using language as the barometer, as the benchmark. Now, this led to the marginalization of people of the Tamil language ethnicity in the areas which were acceded to from the erstwhile Madras Presidency to the newfound Greater Mysore. The city of Bangalore, which itself was founded way back in 1537, predominantly comprised actually people of Tamil ethnicity in its demographic composition. Until 1991, the people of Tamilian ethnicity formed the largest ethnic group in the Bangalore urban district. In fact, if one sees the 1991 census, for the first time recorded a Kannada-speaking majority ahead of the people of Tamil ethnicity in its district. On 25th June 1991, a very seemingly innocuous or maybe not as dangerous decision was made regarding the Kaveri water, the river Kaveri, which flows all the way from Karnataka to the state of Tamil Nadu. The Kaveri Water Tribunal, constituted in 1990, directed the Karnataka state government to release 25 cubic million feet of water to Tamil Nadu within a year. One should understand that the river Kaveri originates in the state of Karnataka. So needless to say, if the state would like to preserve the water of the river for itself, it could easily dam it up. And that resulted in a number of conflicts between the two neighboring states. And given the probably equal right to natural resource, the state of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka were always at loggerheads. And this particular water tribunal decided to what is the proportion of water that is to be released to the state of Tamil Nadu. Karnataka issued an ordinance to cancel the tribunal's award, but this was struck down by the Supreme Court of India. In fact, the tribunal's award was subsequently gazetted by the Government of India on 11th December 1991. The reason why we went into this in detail is to understand the very many literally axes of persecution done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. One being this particular one where we can see the immense amount of linguistic division created artificially amongst the people, amongst the citizens of the two states. And the natural animosity, or so-called, presumably natural animosity created on the basis of division of natural resources. On the other hand, this is one aspect. The other aspect is the neo-Hindutva caste supremacists used this particular opportunity to incite further violence for petty political gains. The very next day, neo-Hindutva caste supremacist extremists of the Karnataka state called for a Bandh. A Bandh means a total lockdown. On 13 December 1991, alleging partisan behavior of the Government of India. The leader of the neo-Hindutva caste supremacist extremists declared, Kaveri River is a mother of the Kannadigas, means the people of the state of Karnataka, so we cannot give water to anybody else. The very next day, 14 December 1991, the neo-Hindutva extremists allegedly roamed the streets of Bangalore carrying sticks, shouting slogans, beating up Tamil laborers. On the left, what you see is a repetition of what happened to the followers of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the very same vein. The businesses way back then run by people of Tamil ethnicity, Tamil language, movie theaters, and even vehicles with the Tamil Nadu state license plates were targeted. Soon the riots spread to the Mysore district and other parts of southern Karnataka. The Tamil-speaking villagers were driven out and their properties were confiscated. A curfew of 1 week was declared under section IPC 144 of the Indian Penal Code. The violence, needless to say, left people dead. 15,000 people of Tamil ethnicity were forced to flee the state, though if you see the Constitution of India, it guarantees as a fundamental right for any citizen of India to live in any part of the country. Such targeting of ethnic minorities of Tamil origin continued over decades and continues till date. As one can see here, the followers of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being innocent victims of the same. The inciting and the multiplying by hate propaganda created by the politically owned media. In 2016, even as late as a few years back, in another such protest, 2 people were killed. One can see the editorial director of the Asianet Group, which is a BJP-owned neo-Hindutva media house, which runs Suvarna News channel, gave an interview where he actually said, I'm embarrassed. Instead of disseminating information, the TV channels became agent provocators. So by their own admission, the media channels accepted their role in flaring the violence. They justified their acts, however, blaming other channels to instigate this by a race for just TRP, what is called the television rating points.
The neo-Hindutva leaders have extremely regressive views regarding the sexuality and the rights of people of non-conformist genders. The views of some go to the extent of justifying rape as a tool to suppress native Hindu traditions for their political agenda. Contrary to this, the gender fluidity and non-binary gender theories have always been seen as an everyday fact of life by native traditions worldwide. None of the genders were seen as a rule or an abnormality. Since time immemorial, Native Americans recognized 5 genders. Non-binary genders were recognized, documented, and accepted in Greek history. Native traditions like the Adi Shaivite minority tradition in Hinduism has recognized 11 gender identities. So the Sannyas Sampradaya, the monastic order established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is unique in that it freely ordains women and allows women to perform temple rituals. Women constitute the majority of the senior leadership in by establishing his vision of Hinduism as not just orthodox, but also a highly progressive and committed to gender equality. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also ordained men and women from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and Dalit communities, which have been discriminated and sidelined by the neo-Hindutva ideologies. A media clip from 2018 highlighting the exclusion of women from the Hindu temples as a consequence of the neo-Hindutva extremist ideology, who disregarded the Hindu sacred text, which is Vedagamas. So you can clearly see how ideologically the neo-Hindutva group is sorting something away from Vedas and Agamas, and they want to project that as Hinduism. While on the other hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the ancient sciences as per Vedagamas, providing the authentic legitimacy of Hinduism to the entire Hindus. So here you can see Manitya Supriyananda Swami, who is the world's first woman Dalit Hindu monk in the contemporary era, who is performing the temple rituals in the main sanctum sanctorum at the headquarters as a female Hindu priest, which is completely ideologically different to these neo-Hindutva groups who are so gender biased. And here you can see a female brahmacharini offering the Aarti ritual to presiding deities in the main sanctum sanctorum at the headquarters of Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalaya. And Swamiji himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, giving Devi Bhava Darshan as Devi Meenakshi Amman during different occasions. And today's event is also the Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading event. So you can see here this Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan is an auspicious sign of the divine being Devi, and when Swamiji is actually radiating the state of Samadhi in such an ecstatic, devotional, meditative state of consciousness in the state of Advaita with Devi. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, has revealed that the Vedas and Agamas recognize 11 genders and prescribe the specific temple rituals to solemnize gay marriage, which is otherwise considered taboo in today's mainstream Hinduism. He has declared that he himself transcends gender and consequently suffered vicious persecution for his bold, progressive stance on LGBTQ issues. By rooting the legitimacy of gays, lesbians, and transgendered people in ancient Hindu scriptures, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is single-handedly challenging the LGBTQ discourse in India. Because of his outspoken advocacy for the rights of women, the rights of transgendered people, and the rights of the members of the LGBTQ community, Swamiji has endured over 70 assassination attempts over the past decade. Elements opposed to the progressive forms of Hindu ideology such as Adi Shaivite minority tradition. For the 2 decades, the Swamiji and the dark-skinned ASMT community of Tamil ethnicity have become a target of the neo-Hindutva hate propaganda in Karnataka. In mere 5 years of inauguration by 2005, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had established the presence of his spiritual missions in 33 countries. This was commended and recognized by various political leaders at the state level, national level, and international level. By 2008, the family of the Chief Minister of Karnataka had actually become devoted to Swamiji. You can see the picture of the Chief Minister of Karnataka taking blessings from Swamiji. Here, the ex-Prime Minister of India, Sri Devi Gowda, who's actually taking blessings from Swamiji. The universal acceptance and appeal of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, not just in Karnataka, but worldwide, was unacceptable to neo-Hindutva extremist of Karnataka, as his origin is of Tamil ethnicity. The politically owned media was directly complicit in the violence targeting the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Adi Shaivite minority community. In 2013, a neo-Hindutva terrorist wielding a sword had issued a death threat targeting Swamiji from the Suvarna News channel as a panelist of the news debate. On 7th of June 2012, the Suvarna television head Ajit Hanumantavakar led a militant group to kill Swamiji and his chief administrator. The militants broke the head of the chief administrator with heavy boulder rocks for stopping them from serving an anthrax letter bomb to Swamiji. The state government was also an accomplice in this attack, as the government was led by the BJP, led by political parties who also owned the Suvarna TV channel, who employed the neo-Hindutva militant. In this attack, no formal police complaint was accepted against the militant, and on contrary, Ajit filed a police complaint against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, supported by an arbitrary order by district magistrate directing the arrest of the Swamiji, or the executive order directing by the court, terming the entire process by government as illegal, without any authority, contrary to law, without jurisdiction. The court did not remedy the situation. There were no repercussions for the perpetrators of the crime, who were protected by the state. From 2010 to 2018, several attempts were made to kill Swamiji. Until 2019, demands for extrajudicial assassinations of Swamiji were publicly made by the lawmakers. So you can see the amount of contributions that Swamiji has done for the humanity, for which he was persecuted by the anti-Hindu elements and neo-Hindutva groups. And despite all of that, what is he doing? He is only opening his doors of Kailasa more and more to the humanity, unconditionally. You can visit the Kailasas of Swamiji, stay there with free food, accommodation, free internet services. You can work from home, and you can evolve spiritually. You can improve your health. You can really live most blissful life in the Kailasas of Swamiji, and all here to enable this, Swamiji has gone through immense amount of persecution. Yet it is his grace and compassion that he has opened up all the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa to one and all without any exception. So we invite every single person, whoever is suffering in this ongoing pandemic. Especially, we know that India is on verge with a third wave of COVID in September. With this, let's not take any risk. Let us be safe. Let us protect ourselves and the family. Let us join. We invite all of you to join our Kailasa, our Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetam's Protective Preventive Quarantine Center that Swamiji has opened unconditionally to one and all. So to join us, please register yourselves in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. With this, we will move to the next segment, which is the Power Manifestation segment. And we'll be right back. Thank you.
and the jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems. Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed and space. Understand the secret of Sayujya Mukti. Your Kundalini Shakti experiences the bondage inside your body due to compulsive sexual appetite. All the male bodies building intense yogic body through yoga and pranayama, building the mind of Tyaga centric, will heal your compulsive sexual appetite and make you reach Sayujya. All female bodies, love-centered care, serving every being, will liberate you from the compulsive sexual appetite and make your Kundalini reach Sahasrara, which is Kailasa, Paramashivapada, Sayujya. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Science of power manifestation. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. It is science because each one of us can manifest the powers and it is repeatable. The evidences to show that all humans, each one of us, can manifest all the powers and become superconscious beings. The higher reality of who we are. Bhagavan says we are not humans having the divine, but we are divine and experiencing the human dimension. And the references for all these manifestation from the Shastra, scriptures, the scriptural references, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, all the results of their manifestation of all the powers of Paramashiva, and it is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramana, experience of the millions of devotee disciple followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. And the Bhagavan has beautifully said that whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard, I myself will initiate them and make them manifest powers. The presence of Bhagavan is in Kailash courtyard, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Clearly, Bhagavan himself has gone through the scientific study, and the disciples, devotees, followers, balasans, all of them have experienced the thoughtless space, and it is measured scientifically. And clearly it shows in science how you can be in the thoughtless space for few seconds. And because of the Bhagavan's beautiful space for each one of us to make us manifest, that he initiates us into the higher space of consciousness, superconscious space, and makes us manifest all the powers. So whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard manifesting power group, simply manifest all the auspiciousness, health, wealth and bliss. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the Veda Agamas.
Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapala antarmanonyasya तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसो दाढ्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम् कपालान्तर्मनोऽन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसो दाढ्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experiences consciousness and going beyond the mind. Tantra is the method. Bhagavan has given beautiful methods for us to understand. This is a science and it has methods. You follow the step 1, 2, 3 for whether it is cooking or a science lab, and you come to a result, and it is repeatable, and we can do it and manifest the same result again and again, and anybody does it, the result is exactly same. That's exactly the science of power manifestation. The science clearly defines by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without the movement, having the eyes closed in succession by the stability of the mind and the inner space. Through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam. By having the vision beyond the sight, that reveals any object or place attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. Bhagavan has beautifully said, once you are able to bring the cognition that Paramashiva is your only space, and more you align to that, you will simply see the settling of the mind and beautifully falling into the oneness space and manifesting as the ultimate reality. When you stop the door with the other possibilities, something else opens in you. There was a boat, and this boatman took everybody across the river. And every time somebody comes and sits, and the boat lowers, and there is a nice big hole in the boat, and the water keeps coming inside. And as the water keeps coming inside, the boatman is simply driving the boat, and the person there started saying, hey, the water is getting inside the boat. Don't you have to do something about it? And the boatman simply comes back and takes the water, pours it out, again goes back to the driving. The man is shocked. How can you have a boat with a hole? That's exactly how we live. We let our outside world come in and disturb us. That is why our mind is constantly in disturbance. If we understand very clearly, there is nothing for us to get disturbed. The only thing we have to do is, I am Paramashiva. I am the quantum space which is creating the boat, which is creating the body, which is creating the boatman and the water around the body. And all that is just happening in my life. How would I watch my dream? If I'm watching my life like that, how would that be, and what would happen to me? You will be in such a space of oneness, and you will manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. Beautifully, Bhagavan says how the simple Lava and Kusha, they, without telling Sita, they went off to the forest and they want to explore all their possibilities. And Shiva himself comes as Hanuman and beautifully trains them as a master. And he gives him all the fear and greed to see what happens. And they sometimes fall into the fear, sometimes fall into the greed, and each one helped each other to understand the higher science where the context should be. And reviving themselves, they passes through all the tests. Whatever Sita has given, she has given the ultimate science, that Rama is the ultimate. You simply surrender and simply you will understand the higher reality. A simple story, how they say the three axes. We have heard all these stories before. The three axes get dropped. The axes get dropped in the river, and the river god comes and says whether it is golden axe or a silver axe. The woodcutter says, no, it's not my axe, and he gets the correct axe. And then without the fear or greed, he goes and uses the axe when he gets caught in the woods. That is exactly our life. We are caught with the fear and greed. We make wrong decisions and simply fall into the whole myth and have to struggle to get out of it. But when we are very clear, the context is very clear, I will hold only Paramashiva as my space. Again and again aligning to that, even if we fall, is the unclutch. Again and again understanding we are Paramashiva. We don't have to go by all these things. We are higher reality. We are divine. We are the ultimate. We don't have to struggle like this. All the things that we are struggling, whether it is a pain in the body, whether it is incompletion, whether it's frustration, or we are not getting the money that we want, everything is all our own delusion. We are abundance. We are infinite. We are Paramashanta Swarupa. That is my original space. Then why am I always disturbed? Because I am letting to disturb. If I let go that, how I let go when I want to go to deep sleep, same way I can let go now also. That preparation again and again is unclutching, and again holding Paramashiva in that space. A new dimension opens up. Only if you start living that again and again, you start experiencing the higher reality. Every satsang Bhagavan says, I don't say anything new. That is the most shocking thing. But he only again and again says, hey, you are God and you are divine. You are Paramashiva, and you can manifest all your reality when you realize that I am all inside you to manifest, waiting for you to see the reality. So beautiful. Let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Siddhas. Here we have Sanjaya. Sanjaya was initiated only for 19 days for third eye. Vyasa initiated him only for 19 days to see the Mahabharata war. But even that was the greatest blessing, because he saw not only the Kurukshetra war, what happened there, but he saw all the blessings of Bhagavad Gita, the Vishwarupa Darshana, everything. Very few people got to see it. And Sanjaya was one of them to experience that ultimate space of Krishna and hear the Bhagavad Gita also. But understand, only 19 days he had a third eye that he can see through. People lived only manifesting very small powers. Here Bhagavan is flooding everybody's third eye to make everybody manifest like gods and goddesses. All the powers. Literally, Devi is in a form for us to manifest all of us into gods and goddesses. He's making a superconscious civilization, a beautiful space that all of us can live as gods and goddesses, experience the higher science, and not to struggle as humans. And if we understand what Bhagavan is beautifully sculpting all of us into, that is the ultimate surrender that we can have. If we understand the higher reality, Bhagavan himself speaks in the Apta Pramana how he went beyond the thoughts and merged into the oneness, beyond the fear and greed. The Atma Pramana are Bhagavan's own Leela to show us how, as a human, we can have a superconscious breakthrough by the right cognition in us.
Is also nearer than the nearest space. Truth is the inner space of the whole cosmos. Truth is also the outer space of the whole cosmos, pervading and uniformly ever present inside and encompassing this cosmos from the outside. Please listen. What Upanishads wants to declare through this verse: break from something which is making you perceive inside, outside separately, moving, unmoving separately, antara, bahyata separately. Listen. Tannai jati, tate jati, tannai jati. Moving, unmoving separately. What is that makes you perceive something as moving, something as unmoving? What is that makes you perceive something is near, something is far off? What is that makes you perceive something is inside you and something is outside you? Listen. I'm going to repeat, explain once more my enlightenment experience from the context of this verse. Listen. Please listen. Exactly what was that I realized on the Vaigasi Visagam, Vaigasi month, Purnima Tithi, Visaga Nakshatram evening, when I completed 11 and aging into 12. That year, Vaikasi month, Visakha nakshatra, Paurnami tithi. This is the way we Indians keep the date in the memory. We don't keep that the English calendar date. Somehow I always kept only based on the tithi and rasi and nakshatra. And so now if you can Google and find out exactly what is the date. Let me describe. Because we never bothered about the Kala. We bothered about only the essence of Kala. When I completed 11 and moving into 12, that year this has happened. Listen, exactly what happened. Let me describe. As usual, I went and sat on one rock. I did not choose. Please understand. I did not choose. It was just a casual. Usually I'll sit here, there. Somehow that day I sat on one rock, which has become a Tirtha Kshetra now for all our devotees and disciples. I sat casually. Whenever I find time, I'll go and spend time in that space, in that area, because Devi became enlightened there. My Guru Vibhudananda Puri always used to tell, this is Devi's energy field. That place is called Pavalakundu, Coral Hill. She used to tell, this is Devi's energy space, energy field. So I always used to go and sit there. I was sitting on a rock. To tell you honestly, I was not even doing some serious meditation. I can say in a way the whole ambience was so calm, so beautiful. I decided to close my eyes. Once I closed the eyes, the intensity of my yearning started taking over me. The intensity to realize myself, my true nature, started possessing me. It has taken possession over me. The Kathopanishad declares Shraddha Vivecha. Shraddha just took over Nachiketa. All of you know how fear takes over you, greed takes over you. When a fear takes over you, when you have the panic attack, you just do things. You always feel guilty, shy, let on about it. You repent for it. You don't know why you did it. Same way, when lust takes over you, when greed takes over you, you do things which you can never logically justify even to yourself. But when authenticity takes over you, it will be 10,000 times more intense than fear taking over or greed taking over. It will be 10,000 times more intense, powerful. When fear takes over you, it's called panic attack. When greed takes over you, it's called restlessness. When authenticity takes over you, it is called Satori. My sincere seeking that overpowered me, that's the right word I should use. I just felt, what is it I am seeking? Who is that me who is seeking? Who is that me that is deeply discontented about anything I see, hear? Who is that who is deeply discontented even about my own existence? Listen. Almost like, who am I who is so discontented about my own existence? Understand, all of you have discontentment about your own existence, but you never look into why, what, who. is having that discontentment. You try to look in, if you get one rasagulla, you forget that. You try to look in, if you get something else, you forget that. Very easily that question, why, what, who is so discontented, those questions are forgotten very easily. The person for whom the question has become the first and top priority, he is a seeker.
Shastra Pramana are the... So beautiful, Bhagavan said, the seeking, how it becomes the reality in all of us as the ultimate consciousness that starts possessing. Now we can see the Balasans demonstrating the power of third eye.
Oh, can you read this?
Okay. Will you say that again?
Can you read this?
Oh, very good. Impressed? How about it?
How about this?
That's amazing.
Where is the TV? The TV's over there.
That's right.
Where is the red jacket? I don't see
There
it.
is no red jacket, that's right. Okay, this is an instruction.
Jump up and down.
All right, go for it. Awesome. Okay.
Follow my movements.
Oh, you're walking better than I am. All right, thank you.
Am I scratching my head? No. Now you are. Squatting.
Wow, this is really...
So beautiful, we can see how the child is able to read through third eye just like any other eye, completely blindfolded, but still they can experience the whole thing. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study which is done on Bhagavan himself, he went through, and the disciples, devotees have gone through, Balasans have gone through, and this is the same thing which has repeated many times. You can see from the research how the whole science is revealed. And this is the doctor who has done the whole beautiful science on Bhagavan's brain and beautifully explained what exactly is going on in Bhagavan's brain. And that is exactly how each one of us experiences when we understand the science and follow the science.
Integris Mental Health, James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light up. They light up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here, right in the middle, probably 1.5 to 2 inches deeper.
From time immemorial, it is believed that great masters are always in the state of bliss or causeless happiness. They are unconditionally happy. With modern sophisticated equipments, we are able to detect this truth that dopamine secretion is always abundant in the case of Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The D really stands for divine spark. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine spark. What's also interesting is that he could, at will, go in and out of the stage. So we asked Swamiji when he came from the scanning room, when we saw this one, we asked Swamiji, what were you exactly doing when so and so thing happened? He didn't know what was there. He did not see the pictures yet. He said, really interestingly, there were 3 people there. He said, I opened my third eye. And that's stunning because I learned about third eye as a child. I didn't read about it for a long time, but it is today. But what he said was, I asked him to describe more in detail what does he mean by third eye. And he said, it's a deep meditated state. It's probably a very, very deep state. But he said, it looks like a small petal on one side going and joining. Another petal comes and joins together, and then it becomes a third eye, like a blissful state that you experience in the third eye. So that's really a very, very interesting and fascinating finding, and we're going to talk about it for a long time.
Beautifully, we can understand how the science has manifested as reality in all of us. Bhagavan has beautifully initiated all of us into the same science, that when you are able to hold that oneness space, even for few seconds, it's clearly shown that you can manifest the higher reality because of Bhagavan's initiation into all of us. And Bhagavan clearly says, whoever comes into my Kailash courtyard, I will be there manifesting all the powers. In deep gratitude and oneness space, one can experience this science very beautifully, is what Bhagavan is again and again telling us through all the pramanas, all the evidences. Just now we played. So make sure your eyes, how do we now manifest the powers? Your eyes, when you close it, still there is light. When you make it very dark, then you start seeing it in your third eye. Something else start happening. And if you have the Jnananjan, you can apply in your Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temples. The Jnananjan is simply Bhagavan's very own DNA, what you're applying, which opens up the higher reality. If you do not have that, if you have the Bhasma from any temple, that's beautiful. Bhasma, that Aushadas that you have. If you can apply the turmeric regularly when you go to sleep, simply even women and men could apply. Bhagavan says the detoxing happens in your third eye area. Again and again, he gives the signs for us to understand how it can be done. The detoxification, the calcification of our third eye because of the food habit, because of the lifestyle, because of the thought currents that we cherish. Unlike so much of doubts and confusion and fear in this world, which creates the calcification, which doesn't allow us to do the third eye reading. Now detoxing it again and again and bringing that awareness, and how Bhagavan said, simply that earning to see who I am, and that start possessing me more than anything else, because my only interest was that. And simply I was possessed by authenticity to understand the greater science, which is the greater reality. You are manifester of the world that you are in, and you are the Paramashanta Swarupa. You are more powerful than the nuclear energy. Bhagavan simply doesn't say, we know the Siddhas were able to manifest it as reality. And all the Alvars, Siddhas, Nayanamars, everybody were able to experience it. So it is quite possible for each one of us, not quite possible, always possible for each one of us to manifest the powers. So get some books, get some pencils, papers, and have an eye band which does not allow light to pass through your eyes for a few minutes. The deep meditative space that we are in, where we are Para Shakti, manifesting the space, state, powers and being of Paramashiva, simply Paramashiva opens up our higher reality and start manifesting our life. We need to understand this science. For that, he gives simple instruction for us. Please make sure the eye band is completely tied. Wait for the instruction and then you can tie the eye bands. The oneness capsule, you're going to be watching through the third eye. Even normal satsang, Bhagavan says, my balasans listen to the satsang only through third eye. Because the third eye is much beyond the five senses. Even the glass can have juice, but it does not experience anything. The same glass is in your eyes. It does not experience anything. Which is in behind your head, which is consciousness, which is understanding the whole reality. Same way, if you make a gesture in your hand, I can understand it, what I'm doing without even seeing it. If I make it behind my head, also I can see it because it is part of me. That is how the third eye power also is revealed, because it is part of you. The book is not away from you. As a quantum, as a frequency, you are the reality of everything. The projection, once you be in that state, Simply Bhagwan will project whatever you want as manifestation, whether health, wealth, abundance, or any reality. Anything is possible from that state. The ultimate bliss, ultimate amrita, your nectar, immortality, ultimate things starts happening. That is Lakshyam. Higher reality, higher science, how we need to exist and manifest as divine. That is the higher intelligence. The intelligence starts manifesting in us. And it's not that we become something else. Whether it is Krishna, Rama, or Vishwa, all the great saints and great people who went to the Gurukul are not some hermit in some cave. They are proper people, not just people, emperors and avatars who manifested the whole reality. And they understood the science and showed us that going to these space is how we exist as our reality. That's all we need to understand. And how Bhagavan himself step by step says that as a human you can experience the ultimate reality. So no question of Bluetooth or clues or anything. We are not training the mind. There is no mind, there is no thinking. It is beyond the space of oneness with Paramashiva. If you start cherishing the gratitude space, if you start cherishing the oneness space, Para Shakti, her eyes, her beautiful self, you will simply start unclutching from everything that you know as outer world and start experiencing something beyond. All you need to bring yourself to that earning space. That's all is the step one. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Remember very clearly, you are Paramashiva and Parashakti as manifestation with 25 heads and 50 hands and 75 eyes. You are Parashakti. Devi herself is sitting in your presence as the presence in you and manifesting all that you want. The auspiciousness starts happening the minute you unclutch from the mind and hold yourself as divine. Absolute unclutching from any word, any thought. How do I do it? Do I know? Nothing is required. The intelligence will take care. Do you plan for breathing or digesting your food or running your brain or your kidney? Nothing. Same way, the intelligence will manifest through me. I am Paramashiva. Declare and just sit with that powerful space. And that is Tyaga. Ultimate oneness with Paramashiva, for Paramashiva to manifest in you, show you the higher signs, how he exists as the beautiful space of oneness. And where start chanting intensely, vibrate with the chanting. Bhagavan says every cell should vibrate with the chanting from your navel center. The Jatagni in your stomach, when you offer the mantra, it becomes Mahavakya and simply you disappear into Devi. And all you know is holding her and in a deep meditative space. Let's start entangling. Please wear your eye bands. Keep your books ready and pencil and paper. Write down everything is shown by Paramashiva. How kids manifest, I can tell you. They write down everything and suddenly something clicks in them and they start writing the correct ones. First, yes, they start telling all the wrong things, but suddenly there is some click which happens and starts manifesting absolutely right. More and more demonstration of these powers makes you into that space. When you're put in swimming, you can't sit or read a manual and learn swimming. You have to get into the water. But if I get into the water, I sometimes drown, and that survival opens up, make me float. That's exactly, even if you drive cycling, you can't just learn by reading some manual. When you sit down and you go out of balance for a few minutes and you fall, but that doesn't mean you don't know cycling. You are so beautiful after a few days. Same way, the fluttering period in the power manifestation to settle, more and more go and do demonstration. Declare Paramashiva is manifesting through you. And you will simply see that happen everywhere, every time you start doing. You will get more and more better with it and understand simply when you surrender your identity, he is waiting to manifest through you and bringing all the auspiciousness and completion, waiting to shower you with the abundance. If you are here, be very clear. You are the chosen son or daughter of Paramashiva. You are the ultimate because you are hearing these words, which is a very, very rare thing. Millions of people, billions of people are there, but they don't come for all these great signs when Bhagavan is teaching. He has come down on planet Earth, the avatar himself, Shiva himself, and teaching you the signs. All you need to do is have the simple integrity and simple obedience. And integrity is you holding your higher self, that you are divine, you are Paramashiva. And simple obedience, following the steps intensely. Keep your cell phone away. Chant Mahavakya, vibrating with it. Bring Para Shakti and just remember her eyes, remember her gesture, remember her wands, the beautiful space. Every day she comes with a new dimensions for us to have such a variety, such a dimension breakthrough for us. Hold all this and her showering, her blessing, her meticulously attending to details and her commitment for hours together, showering the boons on everybody. This is the planet Earth. We are experiencing Para Shakti coming in real and manifesting through us. Hold that cognition and close everything else and start chanting the Mahavakya intensely now to manifest the power of third eye, reading large words blindfolded.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third activities. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever prasada that Bhagavan has given us, that beautiful ultimate space of oneness, that you feel completely lost in that space, just verify all the detail. Open your eye bands now and verify clearly, authentically, that whatever Paramashiva has shown, the colors, the shapes, the numbers, the pictures, words, even sentences, are what you have experienced through third eye, is matching exactly with the books that you are doing the third eye with. Whatever it be, even as good as one word, if you have the Living Enlightened book, that is the best blessing. Anytime you are incomplete and you experience something that you are not able to unclutch, just sit with your Living Enlightened book, wear your third eye band and simply open it. It will not just give you solution, but it will remove whatever you're stuck and give you the liberation, the space of oneness, the deep connection that happens. The book itself is filled with so much of auspiciousness and gives so much of completion when you read it. It is not just a book. How in Bhagavad Gita, it just not gives you solution. It transforms you into the higher reality. Just like that, if you sit with Bhagavad Gita decoded or Living Enlightened book, that you can experience that as an experiential reality. Whatever your problem is, it just does not give the solution. It takes care of the problem, removing that incompletion that you have with the problem. The problem is we don't understand the intelligence, higher intelligence, and we get stuck with smaller things and go on rubbing it on us and make ourselves more frustrated and more into the delusion. Instead, we look from a higher picture, more intelligence. We can solve that and manifest our reality as abundance, as health and auspiciousness in every possible way. If we click with this science, we will be mastering so many different possibilities. The Siddhas knew how to make the body Kayakalpa live for hundreds of years, not just not get disease, but not even death could touch them. They know the science of manifesting any reality. They can make the cat chant the Mahavakya, the four Vedas, or they can just drink the whole ocean, or transform into a bird. Anything, Kakabujendar Siddhar, Agastya Siddhar, all these great Nayanamas and Siddhars were also human beings just like us, had this click of how they can live as a manifestation. Higher science, how when we are dream, we wake up, we say, oh, we have so much more possibility. That's what Bhagavan says. When you wake up to the reality, you have ultimate possibility. You are an ultimate conscious reality. If you just let go these small incompletions and not get engage yourself in those unconscious moments, few moments of your life when you spend in this deep meditation, you bring abundance and auspiciousness. Bhagavan again and again showers us with that. Only we have to hold that. Bhagavan says, if you come with a cup, you can hold in a cup. If you come with a bucket, you can hold in a bucket. But if you give yourself, you can hold me completely, and I will manifest as your reality. That is the space of ultimate compassion and deep gratitude, understanding how he is ready to manifest as all your reality. It's like literally saying how Arjuna, Krishna comes as a charioteer where he drives him all the places. It signifies that he is the one who is manifesting Arjuna's life. That is why Arjuna never lost even one war. Whether it is small, whether it is difficult, it's unbelievably large, he has won all the wars because he understood his Narayana when it comes to the war. Same way in your life, if you understand Paramashiva is waiting to manifest through you. He is there, just the presence can be felt. You will manifest all the auspiciousness. So let's have one more cycle. Please wear your eyebands, keep your books ready, your pens and paper ready. Write down whatever comes to you. Do not think which is right, which is wrong. Thinking is not allowed in this session. Please drop your thinking of whatever you know as you. Let Paramashiva tell you. Be very clear. Let him give all the answers. It's his responsibility once you surrender. So it's like you surrender your passport and get a new visa to the higher space of higher lokas. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely and start holding the oneness space with Paramashiva, Para, Shakti, and have the beautiful cognition of only verbalization, visualization of Devi. Anything else, unclutch from that. Any word, unclutch from that. Just be in that presence, chant the Mahavakya, entangle with the oneness, with Bhagavan, and start writing down whatever you see through your third eye. If you can see the letters, ultimate. If you just can hear the letters or just the words are manifesting through you, wonderful. Be in that gratitude earning space. You will see the auspiciousness and abundance flowing through you. Let's start chanting and getting into the deep space of oneness, meditation of being the Paramashiva space and manifesting the power of third eye, reading the large words blindfolded.
Manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Whatever the prasada, please remove your IBAN and see what you have written, and please take a screenshot and share it. I have now experienced is the reality, and how we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva to manifest something more beyond than the five senses that we have constantly thought, which is true. There is something that Bhagavan is opening up in our higher reality that we can experience. So surrender all that to Bhagavan Paramashiva, the powerful cognition and power manifestation, and in deep gratitude, thought currents and your power manifestation in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. You can beautifully manifest all these great truth to billions of people. You have experienced it today. The prasada that you have received, just you can share the picture of that with everybody. It will serve so many people in the world. Just like that, somebody would share something and somebody clicks to manifest through you. And also, if you can see the $sign, many of you have offered to Kailasa. You can contribute to Kailasa. Every temple, when we go inside, we offer a coin every day and say, Bhagavan, thank you, even as a child. So you can experience the same thing, that you can click on the $, just drop the lowest currency what you have in your country and simply thank Bhagavan and say, this gratitude, you will see it manifest as your reality. Thanking each one of you, thank Bhagavan, and let's end the session with a Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsanandam. Thank you so much. Don't miss. There's more sharing and such breakthroughs that Bhagavan Paramashiva himself is giving for all of us to expand. And after the next satsang and darshan, see you again in Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power session. Thank you, Nitya.
Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi darshan is a spiritual treat, enjoy. Spiritual feast, enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi darshan.
Here is the Australia Kailasa. How can I be so lucky and have a happy life in Kailasa? It's a long story. My name is Li Qi. My guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. When since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me go lots of places. Too many stories during this time. But I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha give so much intelligence to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduce Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know, and he can take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I start study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swami Jisasang said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. It's a big decision, but we just discussed so short time already. Decide. I really appreciate my husband love me so much and believe, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's the best thing you can do in your life.
I am as old as sun, as new as sunrise. The various incarnations happened, gave a breakthrough to consciousness and gave opening to the next level. My responsibility is to introduce new consciousness which manifests powers of Sadashiva.
As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. I have experienced Sadashiva in his completion, and he has empowered me to transmit that experience to all of you. It's my commitment to all of you. I'll make you experience and manifest Sadashivatva, powers and state and space of Sadashiva. When you manifest powers, naturally the state of Sadashiva and space of Sadashiva starts manifesting in you. More power manifestation, more integrity, more unclutching, more nirvikalpa samadhi, more joy, more restful awareness, more responsibilism, more enrich, more bliss. This tradition has a capacity to retain its authenticity and originality. My purpose is to make this statement to the world. Hinduism is real. Ideas move from mind to mind. Energy moves from space to space. Cognitions move from body to body. That is why even Sadashiva needs a body. He assumed the body because he needs body to transmit these cognitions to you. Whatever I am doing is reviving the original science as expressed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Vedas and Agamas of the Hindu tradition. Given by Sadashiva, received by Devi, adopted by Vishnu to run this universe is Agama. Agamas insist on us serving beyond our frame. Whatever experience, anubhuti I had by my Guru's grace, Atma Pramana, I do acid wash with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, the ancient masters' experiences. Whatever finally stand, I share it with the world as Sakshi Pramana. I welcome everyone for the grand feast of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Let us go on contributing. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you
is Kailasa. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem. If you start serving others, easily you will get out of many obsessive compulsive reactionary patterns and suffocations, because obsessive compulsory reactionary patterns are always centered on selfishness, arrogance, violence. If you start serving others, everything will become all right. All over the world, they want the Rathotsava to happen. From Guru Purnima to Navaratri. I want all Annalayas to be open to people. Give free food with the free library. Food for stomach and food for consciousness, both. One book, my Bhagavad Gita, will be gift. Go from house to house, door to door. Collect whatever people can contribute. One handful of rice, $1, or any small 1 kg vegetable, anything people give. It's one of the best
spiritual practice. Madhugari Bhiksha. If you guys start doing this, everything, all the best things will be showered on you guys, and Paramashiva more and more will manifest in temple also. If you start serving others, easily you will get out of many obsessive, compulsive, reactionary patterns and suffocations, because obsessive, compulsory, reactionary patterns are always centered on selfishness, arrogance, violence. If you start serving others, everything will become all right. All over the world, I want the Rathotsava to happen. From Guru Purnima to Navaratri. I want all Annalayas to be open to people. Give free food with the free library. Food for stomach and food for consciousness. Both. One book, my Bhagavad Gita, will be gift. Go from house to house, door to door. Collect whatever people can contribute. One handful of rice, $1, or any small 1 kg vegetable, anything people give. It's one of the best spiritual practice. Madhugari Bhiksha. If you guys start doing this, everything, all the best things will be showered on you guys, and Paramashiva more and more will manifest in temple also. If you start serving others, easily you will get out of many obsessive, compulsive, reactionary patterns and suffocations, because obsessive, compulsory, reactionary patterns are always centered on selfishness, arrogance, violence. If you start serving others, everything will become all right. All over the world, I want the Rathotsava to happen. From Guru Purnima to Navaratri.
Jnanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadidam Gagana Sadrusham Tatpamasya Vivaksham Yegam Nityam Vimalamasaram Sarvadi Sakshi Bodham Bhavadidam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
We welcome all the viewers for watching us live on Kailasa TV, Nithyananda TV, YouTube, and from various social media platforms with all our love and respect.
We welcome all of you for these glimpses of Parashakti Akashic reading session. Since the beginning of April 2021, all of us are witnessing the profound, extraordinary Parashakti Akashic reading by Devi Parashakti herself through the Nijavatar, through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidana Bhuvan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And she's just radiating, manifesting, causing miracles, breakthroughs, and a lot of things are happening to every individuals attending, and so to every people attending the Akashic record. So
not only that, we also been seeing so many cosmic truths and solutions for this suffering of the Pralaya, for this crisis, this global pandemic which is the humanity is going through, has been revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through when Devi Parashakti lands through this Parashakti Akashic reading to the entire humanity.
And also in this today's session, we all will be seeing the manifestation of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. As we are seeing every day, Devi is giving a lot of reading to publicly for everyone, generally for everyone, and also for individuals. And we are projecting some of the manifestation where immediately after Devi has revealed the reading, and just the next day, all these are manifested as Devi said. So today, in this session, we also will be projecting the manifestation of the Parashakti Akashic reading, and also will be seeing the insights. So before we move on to the session, we would like to give a small brief introduction about what is Bhavasami Darshan and also Akashic reading.
So we'll be giving a small introduction on the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. What is Bhavasamadhi Darshan? It awakens your Kundalini and your whole brain becomes alive. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity releases. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. The benefits of Bhavasamadhi Darshan. Having darshan or even a glimpse brings lasting transformation in us, cleansing lifetimes of karmas and raising you to the next level of superconscious breathing, like hitting the reset button on your brain. The science of Bhavasamadhi Darshan. During Bhavasamadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, our entire body silently and without movement recreates what is happening. Distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So that's the small brief on the Bhavasamadhi Darshan.
So let us all see what is Akashic reading. Akashic reading are the readings from the archives, cosmic archives. Akashic readings is not prediction, it is reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In dimension of time starts the past, present, and the future. But in Akashic records, there is no past, there is no present and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded.
So this Devi Parashakti Akashic reading and Bhavasamadhi Darshan, it is happening almost every day. It's a best science which exists in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and with the grace of the Nijavadar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, will have the fortune to experience and benefit from this amazing science which exists in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And every day, this Parashakti Akashic reading is happening live. And we invite all the viewers who are watching us live right now to join the live Akashic reading, which happens daily at 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time and in the evening at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Especially during this pandemic, during this global pandemic and the crisis which is happening, no one should miss experiencing this Parashakti Akashic reading.
So today's session, the first glimpse, the first video of the manifestation of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, as Devi has revealed on the Kirimi Bhojanam Hell, has happened on India. So we'll be now playing the video, the clipping where Devi has revealed about the Kirimi Bhojanam Hell, and also we'll be reading out the rough English translation, and we'll be showing the manifestation of the Akashic readings. So we'll be now watching the video.
இருக்கும் இரண்டு எலிகள் போடும் சண்டை போன்றது. யார் சரி யார் தவறு என்பது இப்பொழுது முக்கியம் அல்ல. உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், எல்லோரும் நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். நன்மையைச் சொல்லுகின்றேன், உண்மையைச் சொல்லுகின்றேன். இந்திய நாட்டில் இருக்கும் மக்கள் எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். கருட புராணத்தில் வியாசன் சொன்ன கிருமி போஜனம் என்னும் நரகம் திறந்து நேரடியாய் இந்தியா மீது இடிபோல் விழுகின்றது. ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு ஓடிச் சென்று வருமுன் காத்துக் கொள்வது மட்டுமே ஒரே வழி. கொரோனா பெருந்தொற்று கொள்ளை நோய் கிருமி போஜனம் எனும் நரகத்தை பூமிக்கு கொண்டு வந்து விட்டது. அகோர தாண்டவத்தின் ஆட்டம் யாராலும் அடக்க முடியாத அளவிற்கு ஆரம்பித்து விட்டது. புதிதாய் உருக்கொண்டிருக்கும் இந்த நுண்ணுயிரி மைல்கள் கடந்தும் காற்றினில் உயிரோடு இருந்து மற்ற உயிர்களையும் அழித்து உடல்களை தின்னும் பெரும் வலிவு கொண்ட பேரசுரர்களாய் வலம் வரத் துவங்கி விடுகின்றது. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். வருமுன் காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், அது ஒன்றே வழி. அதற்காகவே ஆதி கைலாசத்தை திறந்து வைத்திருக்கின்றேன். உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டி விரும்பும் எல்லோரும் ஓடுங்கள் ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு. இந்தியாவில்தான் இந்த நரகம் திறந்து உலகெங்கும் பரவப் போகின்றது. கிருமி போஜன நரகம் பூமிக்கு வந்துவிட்டது. மனிதர்கள் செய்த மகா கொடுமைகளினால். அன்னை முன்னின்று என் அடியவரை காப்பேன் சொல்வதை கேட்டு உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புவோர் வருமுன் காப்பது ஒன்றே வழி என்று தெரிந்து செல்லுங்கள் ஆதி கையிலைக்கு.
Now we'll be projecting the English translation of the Kirimi Bojanam Parashakti Akashic. So we'll be reading out the rough translation in English. On hell of Kirimi Bojanam, which was revealed by Devi on 21st May 2021. All of you understand properly. I'm telling good. I'm telling truth. Everyone in India, all of you listen. The hell of Kirimi Bojanam that was mentioned by Vyasa in Ganda Puranam has opened and is directly falling on India as thunder. Running to Adi Kailasa and preventing is the only way. Deadly corona, life-taking disease, has brought the hell known as Kirimi Bojanam to earth. The dance of Agora Tandava, which no one could control, has started. The microorganism that has formed will be alive in air for miles together, destroying other souls. It will eat bodies. It has started roaming as great demons with tremendous strength. Understand properly. Prevention is the only way. For that, I have opened Adi Kailasa. For those who want to save their life, all of you run to Adi Kailasa. Only in India, this hell is going to open and is going to spread to the whole world. The Kirimi hell has come to the earth because of the suffering done by humans. Mother will protect those at my feet, those who listen to me and wish to save their life. That prevention is the only way. Run to Adi Kailasa. So now we'll be presenting some of the manifestation of the Parashakti Akashic reading, which we all have just listened and watched. So we'll be presenting some of the manifestation to all of you.
So all these articles are just right after the next day Devi has revealed.
Devi has revealed on May 21st, 2021 on the hell of Kirmi Vojanam. And we can see right after that, there are so many evidences right out in the public, which proves whatever that Devi revealed started manifesting. We can see now few newspaper articles. We can go on to the next slide. Next slide. This says that third wave in India could be as severe as second and last for 98 days. So this was on June 3rd. So the next one. This is also on June 3rd. The next one. This is on June 11th. Most new COVID cases in Warrington, India Delta variant. This is on June 6th. Australia finds India variant. Next slide. Australia finds India variant in latest COVID-19 outbreak. So you can clearly see whatever the Devi has revealed. And this is another one on June 11th, which says Delta variant, 80% more.
60% more transmissible, reduces vaccine effects, UK expert says. So you can say that the 60% more it's transmissible for it to spread to everybody around the world from India, and also when the vaccines effect is
Sorry for the technical interruption. So as we were sharing, we can clearly see that whatever Devi has revealed on May 21st, on the hell of Kirimi Bhojanam, started manifesting with all the evidences that we have projected and we have presented all of them.
So as Devi said in the reading that only way is to prevention is the only way. And Devi has said those who in India to run to Adi Kailasa. So those who want to go to Adi Kailasa, you can join the link below, which is being projected. You can sign up for it. So now we'll be reading out, moving on to the second revelation, which Devi revealed on 11th June, the revelation of Parashakti Akash reading about how COVID is going to affect the whole world. So we now see the flipping of the revelation of the Parashakti and the reading of the Krishna session.
COVID. Jayapriyananda is asking, will the Lord be safe in United Kingdom? Understand, keeping both of you in the front, I am telling the whole world. Only the places where the multi-layered quarantine is possible, people can be safe this year. There is no other place safe in the world other than the Kailasas, which provide multi-layered quarantine. Kailasas also should be extremely careful and providing the multi-layered quarantine. Understand? The corona and the ripple effects of corona, multiple other diseases which is affecting the world, multiple other variants and viruses going to affect the world because human beings have lost the immunity and rulers have lost sensitivity. They are okay to see